You wanted the best. You've got the best podcast. The hottest podcast in the world. The Chris Voss Show, the preeminent podcast with guests so smart you may experience serious brain bleed. The CEOs, authors, thought leaders, visionaries, and motivators. Get ready. Strap yourself in. Keep your hands, arms, and legs inside the vehicle at all times, because you're about to go on a monster education roller coaster with your brain. Now, here's your host, Chris Voss.
Hi, folks. It's Voss here from thechrisvossshow.com. There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the big show. We certainly appreciate you guys coming by. As always, we bring to you the most smartest people, the CEOs, the billionaires, the Pulitzer Prize winners, the authors who've written all their wonderful stories and journals and brought them to you to help improve the quality of your life. And, of course, as we always say on the Chris Voss Show, stories are the owner's manual to life. So don't forget it. And that's what we bring to the show, great stories. So, in part, all that we ask you to do in our audience for 15 years is refer the show to your family, friends, and relatives. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, linkedin.com/Chris Voss, youtube.com/Chris Voss. Subscribe to the big LinkedIn newsletter, the 130,000 LinkedIn group as well. Today, we have Daniel Elliot on the show with us today. He's an entrepreneur and online fitness coach and motivational speaker. He's joining us today to tell us his story of his journey and how he helps people improve the quality of their lives. He's a single father of a 6-year-old son. He won custody of his in court of his son in 2022 in August, and he's been working every day to help people develop a strong mindset and mental habits to improve their lives through elevating their negative energy into positive and using it to complete their daily tasks. Welcome to the show, Daniel. How are you?
I'm doing well, Chris. Thank you for having me. How are you doing?
I am doing awesome. Welcome to the show. Give us your .coms. Where can people find you on the interwebs?
You can find me at www.delliottfitness.net and also on my Instagram at delliottfitness, Facebook delliottfitness, TikTok delliottfitness1, and Twitter as well at delliottfitness.
There you go. So give us a 30,000 overview of what you do and how you do it.
Well, I'm an online fitness coach, and what I do is I help clients better their fitness habits and as well as get their mindset straightened up and get them in a better perspective in life, because kind of the stuff that I've been through kind of helped me shape my life for the better, and actually wanted to give that to other people and basically have clients who come in and instead of just getting them physically fit as well, but also have a mindset shift and get them on the right path to just not be fit on the outside, but as well as on the inside.
There you go. Get it fit on the inside and the outside. So you coach clients. I notice you have a big TikTok and Instagram channel that you're daily, I guess, promoting stuff, promoting your workouts and inspiring people.
Yeah. Have on my TikTok and my social media pages, I do just little short form content where I speak to people on motivation and also post my workouts that I do daily.
There you go. And so people can check that out. They can see your diet, your supplements, some of the motivations. So give us your hero's journey, your life's journey. What were some of the things that you went through in life that got you interested in fitness and how to motivate it to help other people?
Well, one of the main things that happened in my life was whenever my son was born. That was really like the main pivotal turning point for me. Mm-hmm. Because before then I wasn't living too well, drinking, smoking, and, living lustfully and, womanizing and all that stuff. Mm-hmm. And whenever I had my son, it was the pivotal point because unfortunately I had to deal with the custody battle aspect of everything. Mm-hmm. And at that point, that turning point, I had to figure out at what led me to this point that got me here. And instead of trying to fight the battle externally, I had to sit down and think of what actions led me to this point. I couldn't sit here and blame the other person for why things were going the way they were going in my life. So I had to sit down and basically do a look in the mirror to try to look at myself and let myself know, okay, your actions are what led you to this point. And in order for you to change something in your life, you have to change what you do. You have to change your everyday actions. You have to look at yourself and call yourself out. Be accountable for everything that you've done. So as far as the drinking, smoking, lusting, I had to look at myself and say, okay, those are the actions that led you here. Your actions dictate where you're going to head in life. And in order for that to change, I had to make a change on my vices.
There you go. And those vices sometimes are the things we use as a distraction to hold us back, right?
Oh, all the time, like more than what we know.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I mean, sometimes we're just trying to console our feelings or console, well, I don't want to procrastinate. I don't want to do that. So I'll do this for fun for now, and it ends up taking time and getting you off your game and off your life's purpose. So you said when your son came into your life, that's what really changed for you, where you kind of saw a focusing or concentration of your goals and what you want to achieve in life.
Yeah, just dealing with the battle. That was the main thing. Dealing with the custody battle. That was just the thing that was just like on the forefront of my mind because he's my only son. And dealing with that, I knew that I had to, in order to change the external of your life, you need to sit down and change the internal. So one thing that I had to come to terms with and understand is like drinking and smoking and all those things that you have, all your vices, you must drop them, because whenever you, like you were saying earlier, you want to procrastinate, you don't want to do nothing, that's an obstacle that's letting you know you need to overcome that. And I had to figure out what obstacles that I needed to overcome in order to make a change in my life. Because if I was going to do the same thing over and over and over and expect a different outcome, that's the definition of insanity. Like nothing's going to change. You have to change your internal world. So I slowly but surely tampered off with drinking and smoking first. It was a lot harder than I thought because I was one of those people who smoked weed all the time. And I had that mindset of, oh, it's just weed, like I put this here for me and you. It can't be that bad. And I was one of them idiots that had that mind frame. So as I decided to get off of one, I still had that withdrawal feeling. So I tried to, sip a little liquor here and there, but I was like getting over one, but I was getting more deeper into the other one. Yeah. And I was trying to sugarcoat one by, getting over the feeling of another one. Then I was like, well, you know what? I'm getting over weed, but now I'm getting heavier on drinking, which is counterproductive because now I'm getting rid of one problem and now I'm having another.
Yeah. One distraction for another, right?
Exactly.
There you go. And we do that. We do this Faustian bargain with ourselves. You're like, well, I'll give up this, but I won't give up that. And I remember doing that with drinking and you do that with, when you're procrastinating and stuff. Well, I'll make a concession here and a concession there. So how did you overcome it, get your son back in your life, and what sort of example do you try and set now as a father, et cetera, et cetera?
Well, overcoming it, I understood that there was no bargaining with what I wanted to get out of life. I was like, I can't bargain with this. I gotta face myself, because that's the battle that we have every day. Everybody is battling themselves, whether they know it or not. Because, in the custody battle, I could blame the other party all I want, but at the end of the day, it was the man in the mirror that I was fighting the most. It was that person that I had to fight. I had to defeat him. I had to be like, look, you need to quit this. And if you quit these things, you'll be surprised. And what you quit on the internal is gonna reflect on the outside. So having being more aware of sitting in my issues, sitting in my problems. And whenever, time came for the battle or whatnot, I was able to at least sit in front of the judge and be more coherent and more understanding and, better with my wording that we had to dealing with the custody battle. So when I was going through that helped me become a better father to my son, because it let me know that if I can do this, then anybody else can as well.
True. Very true. And so being self-accountable made all the difference for you then.
Oh, that's the main thing. I mean, every day we have issues, every single day. Like a day doesn't go by where I still want to smoke or drink. I mean, drinking is not really my big thing, but smoking, like I can't lie, I enjoy it. But I know that it's like I can't do it. It's not what I need to be doing. I can't do it. And that's the thing about vices. They don't go away. They're like our inner demons. Like we need them. They're obstacles. We need those obstacles in life because they let us know if we fall victim to them, we're losing. But if we overcome them, we're winning. It's kind of like like I use the analogy of like a Nintendo game, like the old school Nintendo back in the day. Back in the day, there was no internet, there was no, cell phones or nothing. It was like landline, that was it. So if you got stuck on a video game, you were stuck. There was no YouTube where you can say, hey, how do I get past this part? There was nothing. You were just stuck until you figured it out. And the only way you knew that you got to a new place in that video game, even if it took you weeks or months or however long you were stuck, is when you saw new enemies, new bosses, or a new place that you haven't been to. Then that told you like, oh, hey, I'm actually making progress. I'm somewhere I haven't been before. So that means I'm going the right way. So, you use your vices the same way. If you overcome them every single day, day in and day out, because they don't go away, then you know that you're making progress internally.
Most definitely. And so now how did you get into fitness? What motivated you to become a fitness instructor and motivator?
Well, once I've always liked fitness. I've always been a person that would love jogging and stuff like that. And of course, like back in the day, I would get high and go jogging. That was a good idea, like smoke weed and go jog and just, feel good about myself. And at that point, once I finally quit smoking and quit drinking, I had to dive deeper into something else because that energy had to go somewhere, or else it was just going to nag at me all day long, and I couldn't just sit in it. I had to exert my energy some way, somehow. So I chose the fitness route, which is the reason why I got into fitness as well. And I wanted to enhance my physique because, you see like a lot of bodybuilders and guys and stuff like that, but I didn't want to go like, I didn't want to, get into steroids and nothing like that because then I'd be on another drug, Yeah. So I decided to go ahead and do the fitness route and get my body right and actually achieve that goal of looking aesthetically pleasing. Because you know what? I can do that. So I went ahead and tackled that goal. And it takes everything in you to sit down and focus and be aware of what you put in your mouth, how much you eat, not to overeat, not to undereat, count your macros, have a routine, wake up, go work out. And if you don't feel like it, go do it anyway, because, that's where you're trying to get to, is on the other side of what you don't want to do. So fitness was the thing that gave me that driving force, that push behind what I needed to let me know, hey, you don't need these substances over here, but what you need to do is get yourself right. And that's why I use fitness to help me stay away from drinking and smoking.
There you go. It's why is it important for a man to go to the gym and exercise? I mean, do you have any thoughts on that? Why it's important for men to go do that?
Yeah, I mean, it's amazing what a man can push himself to, like physically and mentally. Like, you don't know what you can do until you can do it, because it's not a 1 month and then you're done. You know what I mean? It's not a 6 month or 1 year, then you're done. Yeah, you can reach a nice physique in 1 year or whatever, but if you stop in 1 month and just decide to eat whatever, then it's all over. Like, you're back at square one. So it's really important for a man to see what his body is fully capable of. Push yourself to your limit. Like, whenever you get to your age where you're priming, push yourself all the way and see like how strong your mind is, how strong your body is. And once you hit those limits, you can push past the limits, because there is no limit. There's only limitations you put on yourself. So you'll hit a ceiling, which you think is a ceiling, but then you push past that limit. And not just physically, but financially, emotionally, all these different things play a key component in your physical fitness. If you're able to drop your vices along with it, you'll have that mental fortitude plus that physical strength as well to go along with it. And you'll just start to feel unstoppable.
There you go. There you go. And pretty inspiring when people need to do more and be more. So what keeps you going every day?
Honestly, now it's a lifestyle I can't quit. You know what I mean? I can't stop. There's no turning back now. It's, you're either all in or you're all out. There's no reason for me to stop. I've came this far, and it's kind of like you go so far out, and when you look back at the people behind you and the things behind you, you're so far away from it. But when you look at where you're trying to get to in front of you, it seems like it's so far away. So you're in the middle, and you're like, well, there's only one way to keep going. I don't want to go back. So keep going forward. And it's like a good look for my son. My son gets to see a good role model in me.
There you go.
And he even actually told me the other day, one time we were walking after we had got something to eat, and we had walked past this, I guess like this place where they were gambling or whatnot, not like a bad place, but just like a little in a shopping center. And they were outside smoking, I guess, in between their card game or whatever. And he was like, ugh, nasty. They smoke, Daddy, but you don't smoke. And it kind of hit me. I was like, he never saw me smoke before. Yeah. I was like, I have to keep that going because, I've smoked all my life and, he doesn't know that about me. So I have to keep that going.
There you go. It's funny. I don't know what most parents think, but I'm pretty sure I know that most parents don't realize how much of an imprint their behavior, their actions, their morals, the way they put themselves into the world, the way they interact with their children, of course, too, sets an example. It sets a standard. Children grow up to be like their parents because they're around them all the time. And a lot of parents think they can lie to their kids and they can be like, hey, don't tell lies, kids. And then, they'll see them lie or they'll see them pull a stunt at the store or be deceptive. And they don't realize the kids watch. They see that stuff. They pick up on it. They're not stupid.
No, not at all. Kids see everything.
Yeah, they see everything. And so, parents need to realize that, I mean, there's my parents are good people, but
we don't realize that kids grow up,
Yeah.
Like he was 3 or 4 not too long ago. And then now he can, like whenever kids are smaller, we can get away with saying things around them because, they can't, he's like, hey, the CANDY is over there. Go get it. But now if I say CANDY, he's like, where's the candy? I'm like, we don't realize they get smarter. You know what I mean? We're the dumb ones now.
They do. They get pretty smart and savvy. They can read us. It's kind of like my dogs. My dogs can read me. They know when I'm having a hard time. They feel my stress. I think babies and kids do too. They can tell when you're stressed as a parent. They
of course.
What's going on? They don't understand.
Yes.
Bills and everything has to get paid. So on your website, you've got a lot of different offerings. Let's talk about those and how people can onboard with you and what you do to help people.
To onboard with me, let's see. So off the top of my head, here we go. So the month to month is $300. Mm-hmm. So if you want to try it out for a month is $300. The more months you choose, the cheaper it gets. So 3 months would be $750, 6 months is $1,299, and a 12-month is $2,000 basically. And with the onboarding is, I will set you up on a diet plan, a workout plan, and you'll get access to my fitness app where I'll set you up with your diet, nutrition, and macros and let you know what you need to hit every single day. And depending on which price plan that you choose, I'll have it set up for that duration of time.
Mm-hmm. There you go. And you have a few different trainings. I see a mindset training and nutrition. What are some of the various packages you have?
Yeah, so the nutrition training basically is just kind of like the one I just stated, and the mindset training is more of a constantly weekly Zoom calls to hold you accountable to basically keep you on your toes about your vices, because you can be physically fit all you want, but if you still have vices, you're not gonna hit that next level like you want to. You may look aesthetically good, but a lot of people, just like the world right now, a lot of people look aesthetically good, but on the inside, they're dying.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter how good you look. On the inside, if you still have vices, if you're working and you have your job and you decide to go lift and do all these great things and get a great body, but then at your job, you get a promotion and, you start making more money and all that good stuff. And then you turn around, but you still have, like that drinking that you do on the side or whatnot. That's still going to hinder you. You can put that aside and take your mindset to a whole new level. It's where you just completely drop your vices, because the mental fortitude is just as important as the physical.
Definitely. So people can reach out to you on the website. They can watch what you're doing on the social media and all that good stuff there.
Yeah, I post on my social media every single day, from the time I wake up to the supplements that I take, food that I eat, and the workouts that I do. So you basically can see what the program is all about by just watching me. And then you can also look online and see, hey, my coach is on it today and he doesn't stop. And I can watch him to use him as like a competitive edge to go against, because I'm competing against myself, and you can use me as inspiration to compete with, because if I'm up at 4 or 5 in the morning and I've already got to my workout and everything, you haven't started, well, you need to get on it.
Mm-hmm. Most definitely. Well, it's been fun to have you on the show. Give us your final thoughts in .com where people can find you on the interwebs.
Again, you can find me at www.elliotfitness.net. Just final thoughts. Everybody, if you're going out there going through something, the best thing I can tell you is to start off by dropping your vices. The best thing to do is to get rid of things before you add things. That's the main thing that you're going to do. If you can focus on getting rid of your issues, then adding small things to your life to make it incrementally better and doing it as a daily effort, it'll make your life a whole lot better.
There you go. Well, thank you very much for coming on the show. We really appreciate it, and thanks for inspiring us, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it, Chris.
There you go. Thanks, guys, for tuning in. Go to goodreads.com/Chris Voss, LinkedIn.com/Chris Voss, Chris Voss 1 on the Tickety Talkity, and all those crazy places we are. Be sure to be good to each other, stay safe, and we'll see you guys next time. And that should